What up, YouTube? This is Press down here in the basement working on another variation of the blender. Let me know if you guys have any questions. What we're doing is we're establishing a don't pass, letting for a point to travel. Once that point travels, we're going to try to get two different numbers established on the don't come. And we're going to place the numbers, and then we're going to either wait for a decision to be made. Either hit this point after a couple rolls. If that 7 does not come, we will pick up the don't pass, and we will wait for our points to get hit. If our points get hit, we get paid. If the 7 comes, we get our money back. You guys know what to do. Until later, Press out. What up, YouTube? Press here. Hey, I tried a little different approach here today. I'm going to use the short side of the table just to see if I can explain this strategy. So basically, what I'm doing is I'm taking the blender and just making it a couple hits. Let me adjust this camera so it get a little bit better view there. Just a couple hits and stop, right? So instead of continuing along with it, we're gonna try to get 2 and get paid. So how this is gonna be played out? Is with, we're gonna use quarters. Let's start with a couple $100. There's a 100, there's 200, there's 300. Let's go with 350. We'll go with 325. Why not? 325. So how it's gonna start off is we're gonna take $25 don't pass, right? So $25 don't pass. Wait for a point to get established. Pick a point. It doesn't even matter, right? Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna run a quarter through the DC. We're gonna pick 2 numbers, right? So a 6 gets hit, we place the 6, and then whatever else, something else. A 9 gets hit, we place the 9. At this point, if the 7 hasn't been hit by now, we haven't got paid. We pick this up, right? We pick up the don't pass. Now, all we can do is we can win $15 or we can lose 5. That's all we can do at this point. So we wait for the numbers to get hit. If a number gets hit, so say the 6 gets hit, it pays $35, right? At this point, we take it all and go, don't come, right? So the only problem with that is if we do that before that point gets removed, we cannot go back on the don't pass. So we can wait for both of them. If you're a patient person, you can wait for both to get hit or a decision to be made, or take the chance by going in there. I personally, with this strategy, once you pick up the don't pass, I no longer go back into the don't come. And this is just a very, very short blender. That's all we're doing. So let's go ahead and roll it out real quick, see what it looks like. This right here is a good way of playing with higher denominations and a smaller bankroll. So let's go ahead and get a number here established. It's a 7. That's now how we want to start, but that's how we're starting. So there's our first don't pass. We lost, now we got a 10. All right? So it's up to you. You can go back on it or not go back on it, depending however you want to play. Me, I'm doing it for the hedge purpose. There's a 3 craps, I got it right back. No worries. And 7 out. Happens a lot at the tables. Nothing gained, nothing lost. Go right back. There's our 9. Point is 9. So right now we're at even money with the 7 comes. There's a 12 craps, does nothing. There's the 5. Move it to the 5. Buy a 5. All right. Another don't come, one more. Now you can do 2 or 3. I usually like to start with 2 and see how it works. So we'll start with 2. At this point, we'll roll it a couple more times, see if we can get a 5 or an 8, or pick up the don't pass. So let's give it a couple more rolls. If the 7 doesn't come, we'll pick up the don't and wait for a number to get hit. There's an 8. We lose this one, get paid 35 bucks. Right, so we picked that all up. Now it's nice because I still have the don't pass. Go right into the don't come, see if we can get another number. And 7. This goes here, this goes here. Put all this money in our rack. And we're up. We're up a little bit of money. Go right there, try it again. It's very short, very simple, right to the point. That's a hard 10. Very easy to play. You can play with higher denominations, which means you're going to make more money faster, and you're going to get better comp points right off the bat. There's a 6. Go right here. Let them hit the numbers that they're hitting. Go right back. So now we're, I don't know what I did there. All right, 3 craps. Take the quarter. All right, 8. All right, got 2 numbers out. We'll roll a couple times, see if the 10, 6, or 8 comes. All right, we got a 9. We got a 4. And we got a 6. All right, so the 6 loses, pays 35 bucks. There's 35 for 30. Pick it up. Still have the don't pass, so we'll go ahead and drop another one. That's why I'm kind of reluctant if they're not hitting the point pulling that don't pass right off. I'll usually give them 1. I'll give them 1. All right, there's a 9. We saw that 9 a couple times, so now we'll just leave it. We got 2 out, 2 to play, and 7. So, point comes off. We lose 5 bucks. Make a quarter. I'm gonna see if I can find one. Get a quarter. All right, so that short little roll, that short little exercise, now it takes a lot of discipline to do such, but you're getting a point, you're establishing a point, you're getting 2 DCs, placing them as they come out, and then you stop. Let a couple rolls go by, see if they hit their point. If they hit the point, you know that you got to pull your don't pass. But if your don't pass comes and they hit a number, you take that quarter, you go back, and that way you're always even money, right? So let's see what we got here. There's 100, there's 200, there's 300, there's 350, 375, 75, 85, 395. There's 400 bucks. So pretty good chunk of change made in a very short period of time. And you can just keep doing it over and over again and just kind of testing the table. 2 or 3 numbers out there is adequate to play this. It's very low risk. You're not really having an opportunity to lose anything. Obviously the 11 will take it. Right there it is. There's the 11. That'll take your quarter. That's always a part of the game. You got to have something that's going to mess it up. There's your 6. Right there. So now if 7 comes, we lose that 5 bucks. That's it. We got a hard 8. And then this way you're kind of playing almost like a comeback because you're letting the shooter determine your numbers. Now I just got 2. Let's go 3 just to see it. We'll get 3 numbers out there, or replace and go. There's a 5. So now we got 3 numbers. Now we wait and see if the 10 gets hit. If the 10 doesn't get hit and the 7 comes first, it's 11 yo. It doesn't do nothing for me. There's a 2 craps, doesn't do anything either. All right, there's a 6. 6 pays 35 bucks. There's my 35. Put that right in my rack. just like that. I'll leave the 2. We'll get it down. There's a 6. Came right back on it. There's the 7. So we lose $5, and we get paid here, here, and here, and then they owe us a quarter. All right. So we'll put all this in our rack, and you just keep stacking it up. Keep collecting a little bit of money at a time. This is just another way of doing the same thing, just with lower risk. So, I mean, you're just picking up a couple bucks. 75, 400, 405. So just picking up a couple dollars along the way. Started at like 3 something. Not even like really a whole lot of money. I think 325. I think is what I said, 325, and I'm up to like 405 and a couple rolls. The idea is really just minimizing yourself and knowing how this game is played, right? I always tell everybody, when you're playing craps, you should know what you have at risk and what you stand to gain, and if the 7 comes, and what else can hurt you. So I always try to make sure everything's balanced out where I'm going to collect. You can obviously keep pushing back and filling in the front. It does the same thing. But you can either take it down, you can press up the back as a ladder, going 3 at a quarter, then like 4 at 30, 5 at 35. You could do, I mean, however you want to do it. This right here is just a really good way of playing with a small amount of money, $300, but you're playing quarters, so you're getting comp points. You're making more money as you play. So just wanted to kind of show it to you. I was going to introduce this to Scott and Sam. It's not really much different than what I do already. It's just another way of doing it. So I always like to kind of bring different ideas of different strategies that I already play. I think about it all the time. I make a lot of money doing it, so I always kind of mess around with it. I'm like, well, how can I break this down and explain it so people can get what I'm saying? So you can pick this up at any time, but once you pick it up per shooter or per point, you can't put it back down. So you always got to keep that in mind. That if he hits that point, you're gonna lose that, and you're still gonna get paid. So once you get a couple numbers out there, you can pick it up. You can pick it up, and then if they hit those, get paid. If they don't hit, then you just get your money back. So basically, you're putting your money out there for an opportunity to win. If the 7 comes or 11 comes or anything else comes while your money is protected out there, it doesn't matter. Worst case scenario is you're going to get your money back. So if you guys got any questions, let me know. I'm doing the best I can to respond to everybody. If I'm not responding to you, it's either because I'm getting and I've asked Let It Roll, and I've asked Vince Armani, trying to figure out. I got a couple people that send me messages, and when I try to respond to them, it says comments not found. So believe me, I'm doing the best I can. I always like to respond to everybody. I'm a big proponent of community, so I'm all about everybody working together. So I'm not blowing you off if I didn't respond to your comments because I can't get to it. So I also have an email into YouTube to find out what's going on. So if you have any questions, this is the blender 2 up. We're going 2 up, and then we're waiting for the points. So this is just a variation of the blender establishing 2 points. So until later, you guys know what to do. Press out.